We are gonna get going here.
I also own a farm.
Here we go.
You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. We are here. It actually rained some, not enough to really matter. I did actually spray down the raised bed, so we're gonna get that cleaned up in the next few days. But yeah, 1/10 of an inch last 24 hours. It is supposed to actually turn into a nice day in about an hour to 2 hours. Plow day is going on today. I thought that was leaning. I can't believe how much this rhubarb has grown since last year. I don't know what goes on there, but Colburn's gonna get unloaded here, and he's got to weld his flag back on. Otherwise, flat. You need flag and fuel, right?
Just flag.
You don't need any fuel?
Yeah.
Okay. So just flag, and then I'll grab the 75 over there. We'll head up the road, and Jimmy's got us all pastries this morning. So we had dinner at his wife's place there, Fancy Farmer. Justin, Randy, Weaver. I was pulling in last night to dinner, and they pulled in behind me, introduced themselves, watch along on the channel. They got 2 alcohol pulling tractors, and they farmed some and out by Morrisville. So I appreciate you guys stopping and talking to me. We stand out pretty good with the 4520 on here, rolling through town. So I didn't know if somebody was happy with me or if we were having a good time. We'll get unloaded, and yeah, gonna have it's a good day to have a good day. Well, he's unloaded. I'll get the welder out for him. Probably go over, get the 7520 started up. All I need on that is a little bit of grease on that tail wheel. We'll be good to go. Benedict Welding Supply, got the hookup. Local, and we upgraded to a larger tank, so we got more peace of mind. But yeah, hit up Lee if you need anything. If you're local and you want his number, shoot me a message or something. Knowledgeable. As we remember, previously I hit him up. It was it a Saturday? I don't even know. It was after hours. But that's the type of service you get. So I used to have a big tank on here, and it grew legs one day. And then I got my small tank. Small tank's okay. We just ran out of gas. So, and we do quite a bit of welding. So I figured going into spring we should probably have a big tank. We should probably have gas in the tank welder. Because when something breaks, it's awkward when you can't weld it. So 75 argon, 25 carbon dioxide, and Colburn have at it. He knows what he's doing. I was gonna keep plowing, that's why I parked it down there. But we've just been busy, or it's been raining, stuff like that. So we've been bouncing around. I know somebody's gonna freak out that, oh my God, the ground's wet, you're gonna ruin it. it is what it is at this point. So plow day is more of a fun, entertaining thing. Granted, Skip does rent this ground, so when we plow it, he doesn't have to utilize it or do it. And wow, you guys are already dirty, rainy. And at the end of the day, Aaron chops feed for Skip. I've hauled feed for Skip. I've ran Aaron's truck for Skip. We've run carts for Skip, Matt and Skip. So yeah, it is what it is, but they utilize the field, so at some point they have to start working it too. So if we put off plow day another week, yeah, it doesn't work out as well. But the biggest thing I've come to realize, anywhere where we got stuck is holding water still, because we made a hard pan underneath it. It's like a bathtub. Oh, there's a goose. Here comes Yanko. Here it comes. Gonna get it? I'm not gonna get it. But you can see where we stock shred everything. And hopefully this week we get wrapped up plowing. I'd say we're just under 100 acres we gotta do. There he is. So, and then we got some ground we just got to disc, and then we got to hit everything and disc it, and then spread fertilizer, and well, our disc and rolls might be reversed there. But then we can go into planting, and hopefully I'm a little bit better, a little more organized than last year. We got parts for the planter sitting in the shop, and that will be on our list on a rainy day. Gotta grease the rear wheel. Everything else should be good on the acreage count. I'm just staying after that rear wheel because last year we replaced a bunch of wheel bearings. As far as all of this, we got it dialed. So we put Outback wraps on. Donald, I appreciate them. I probably would have never got a set. Now that I got them, I'm just gonna keep getting them. So not a shout out to Outback wraps, but if Outback Wraps does see this and wants to hook us up with a discount code for everybody, let me know. I know there's some other YouTubers that have that going for them. So third one, I wasn't sure which remote I wanted where. That's the steering on the back. It's dialed in exactly where I want it. So we're gonna put 3A and then 3B, and their length, and they're easy to see. Like, you can't mess it up. So we'll go ahead and do that. I might take that off and lift the blade frame actually up, because it's getting a little low in the front. It just settles, but they're still pinned up here. I haven't decided yet. We do have to flip around. The 1A is backwards. Just face it backwards. But very nice. I'm a fan. Always saw them online. Always saw other people promoting them. And I just got lucky that you guys are awesome. Otherwise, I probably would have kept zip tie color coded, and that's about it. And then forgot what color zip ties are, and so on and so on. But quick grease. Everything else should be good to go. It's gonna get a little muddy probably, but like I said, that's the way we got to deal with it this year. It seems like everybody, if you can go, you got to go. And we've been hauling manure, but now I'm ready to focus on exactly what I got to do. So yeah, I'll probably, is there pressure on? Nope. Pop those out, lift the front frame up so that we're a little bit better off. And now I'll know which one goes to which. See how it settles down. Just over time, leaks a little bit. Those are some fittings. Something we got to work on, but last time it was hooked up, it was last fall, I think. I lifted it before we put it on the dump cart, so. It's up, shut it off, switch it back. Easy as that. Colburn's probably about done over there. I forgot to put your collar on. You're naked today. You got to get dressed though. People are going to see you And you can't go out in the world naked. Okay? Plus you're soaking wet. Did you help Colburn put this all back together? I do have, oh, I was gonna say I got tape.
I found it.
Yeah.
And the paint.
And the paint. And the right color paint. We got both colors. Look at that. Wow. You welded it right on. You're committed now. If you guys don't know, John Deere stopped making plows, so plows, I got covered in grease already. Plows are like ancient. They're a thing of the past. What is it?
Outdated.
Oh, well, not out. Dude, this is farming. Legendary. Legends, that's it. When there's no more of them. Got my Uber. Wow. Jimmy got us hooked up here. We got all sorts of stuff. Brownies, cupcakes, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake. I think that's, what is it, blueberry crumble or whatnot? I think some of these are donuts. I was wondering if we, oh yeah. So, I forget the name of the bakery, but the girls that work at the Fancy Farmer, I'm gonna go with one of these. He said, oh, that's what, they are still warm. Warm and delicious. I have never run an old style Fendt. I forget what model this is. I'll get a video when I get out. But Jimmy's got two of them, and this thing is cherry. So a lot of European tractors he's got coming in for himself. And we got a 4-bottom behind us, and it just does its thing. I wonder if this seat goes back a little bit, but Yanko's in here. We're setting it in the ground. I figured I'd try all these things out. There's some people are showing up. The cloudy day probably deterred some people from coming out and plowing, but honestly, it's doing its thing. And they got the big bod and the 8850 down over there, so at some point we'll get the 75 down with them, and we got some sod ground to work through, so we'll keep plowing along here. But pretty awesome. That's, you got your set stops and everything. The European market is far superior to the US as far as some of the technology side of that. I think we're catching up, but a lot of us is like the GPS side of it and how we can get more out of less. And honestly, Europe's just much further ahead, and I know their regulations and stuff like that. So pick that up, and then you put it back to stop, and we're up. You guys are on my phone right now. We'll go up here. I told Culver and get another Fendt that's over there. We can plow side by side, but see the front windows open up and stuff like that. Living. That's so cool. I'm gonna park this bad boy and jump on the 7520, but I figured I'd get some footage of them running before I go park it. That is pretty neat. Bullpen Antiques watches along on the channel. We've been social media friends, but he introduced himself. Garden tractors are pretty neat. He's getting it. You need a set of plows on yours. You need a set of plows for yours.
One plow.
One plow. A set.
I said a one.
still tractors coming in, but smaller garden tractors. The crawler's up there with the chisels. Colburn's on his way across. There's a roadway up there. And we're in on this hay ground, sod ground. So that was corn. Got combine last year. This was clearly grass, and we're plowing it under. So all this will be corn over here. And Jimmy's got his 8850 that is very, very clean. And then they got their big bud behind it. I'll roll in behind them. And Colburn will jump in behind me, and we'll turn some ground here. So we're into it. We'll have to jump in and give that 8850 a try, see how it goes. Hope somebody gets a good picture of this. We are all lined up, turning dirt. I feel like it's gonna get wet right down in here. I really gotta get my alternator fixed. It's squeaking. Whoa. What are you doing? You having fun? I jumped in the other one. I jumped in the other fence. Jimmy's behind me. And then Nate's over here on the crawler, getting some chisel plowing done. That crawler before last week had been sitting for like, I think he said 15, 20 years. They've got it running, put the hydraulics on it, and away it goes. We got some equipment out here, Colburn. We got a 4840. Things are moving along. We got Josh over here, so tractor chaser. Go check him out. He also does some filming for Big Tractor Power, so pretty cool stuff. He's got his drone over there. I got Colburn to get out there and give it a go. Nate making it happen with the 4010. With perfectors on it. Yanko figured out if he flirts with the food truck people, you get free food. We are gonna get going here. So everybody's coming down over here. Get this area plowed right up. And here's the crawler. Is this wheel bearing holding together? Looks like it.
Would you believe that the 10-year-old boy's tractor?
Yeah. See, they're all lined up perfect. With rototiller.
Modified.
Slightly modified for a little action.
Widened.
Yep.
Which makes it better plowing snow.
That is true. Well, I think we're gonna get going. It doesn't take very long to get something done. So we are moving over to this side. We should just run this line right up here. They're gonna wrap up the little bit that's up there. And a bunch of people have asked me why I don't have plow day at my house. It's mainly because it's a lot of people to put on. So, well, we'll get it plowed out, and yeah, it's a good time. I don't know what they're doing. We got Jimmy out here. So those are 309 LSA. That's the turboed one. I forget how much horsepower he said that was. 90 horsepower. And that's a non-turbo 3-cylinder. That's a 4-cylinder. The 8850's down there in the bottom, wrapping up there. And the big bud wrapped up the last section here. And there's a section of cornfield. I don't know if we're plowing that or not. They got headlands to do and whatnot. Well, these bigger tractors for headlands around here, and I know what's underneath some of the ground here. Not really ideal. Been a good plow day. Lighter crowd showed up compared to last year, but last year the weather was amazing. So, but honestly, the conditions were pretty good. I got my new operator. Here, good plow day, great people. Get ourselves lifted up and we will head home. Well, we made it home and we are actually gonna go to dinner, and we got some people in tow. We're gonna go hit up Texas Roadhouse probably. Garage door's open. I figured Colburn's gonna pull right in. He likes it undercover. I don't blame him. The 46 was not it. Well, the 46 more of a priority, but appreciate you guys and appreciate everybody joining along for the 2024 plow day at MacFadden's property there. And should be looking forward to 2025. Hopefully we got better weather and better turnout, but we will see what comes of it. So see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.